Yeah. Many thanks, many thanks. Many thanks, as per usual, to the mighty Westwood, the mighty king in the ring, Tim Westwood. Thank you very much, Tim. Another excellent show, as per usual. Listen, right, I haven't even got no time to mess around tonight. It's just, this show is so action-packed that you just wouldn't believe it. I'm just looking at my list of things to do and say here, and it's just like absolutely unreal. It's Fabio. This is how we do drum and bass Friday night, Saturday morning. No flipping, remember, no flipping, especially not tonight of all nights. Because tonight could be the night of nights, as they say. Now, we've got a killer show. We've got a real special guest up in the studio. And I'm not going to tell you quite yet. I'm going to wait about 5-10 minutes to tell you who it is. But we've got a real special guest. A man who you would have very rarely heard on the radio. And one of drum and bass's most important figures. He's here tonight. Live and direct. Well, we've got loads of things happening. We're going to be telling you about what's happening next week live and direct with Radio 1, Fabric Live. Lots of exciting things going on. Some competitions. We've got our special guest. We've got the best new music. We've got 6 of the best. I'm ready worn out. I'm ready ironed out. Kicking off the show, the sound of Calibre, a track entitled Best in You. Creative Source Pressure. And plus on top of everything else, I've got to tell you what I've been doing. Because last week I done my Ibiza Amsterdam run and you've got to hear about it. You've got to hear about it to believe what was going on. It was hectic, to say the least. Mighty Rollers. The special guest tonight, we've got Photek in the house. We've got the mighty Rupert Photek. He's here and he's going to be joining me in around 40 minutes time. In an exclusive interview. He's not going to be doing a lot of press. He's got a forthcoming album coming out, which is an absolute shocker. And he's going to come on and he's going to tell us all about it. So I am looking forward to that immensely. He's on his way here. He's fighting through the nighttime traffic. And he'll be turning up in the studio soon as. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So Rupert Photek, he's in the house. Get ready for a classic interview. Right, we've also got competitions galore. Remember Fabric. We go live. Radio 1 goes live next week, live and direct. And that's going to be a fat night. We're going to be telling you all about that. And, I don't know if it's true that Ethel's dead in EastEnders. And I was kind of wishing for that the other week. But apparently she has popped her clogs in EastEnders, which is not a bad thing. I think they brought her back and she got on there and they thought, script writers, you know what? We're going to have to flip the script, you know, baby. For all our overseas listeners on the World Wide Web, we're talking about English soap opera. So we are getting lots of listeners on the World Wide Web now as well, which is excellent. Keep that up, getting emails from all across the land. So remember the mighty Rupert Photek, he's in the house. And he's coming up in around 45 minutes. We're getting deep. We're really losing control. Speaking of which, Marcus Intalex, VIP. VIP business. VIP business. 305. Marks to Intalex. Different business. Right, last week. Where was I last week? Oh, yeah, God, yeah. I went to Pasha. And now I've got a really strange story to tell you about Pasha, because Pasha's a wicked club. And it's probably one of the best clubs in Ibiza. But for some reason, me and Groove have been doing this for the last 3-4 years on a Friday night. And the Spanish get really weird about us playing in there. They keep booking us, but they don't they're not really feeling us. So anyway, what we do every year, the same thing happens, and this year it happened again, and I can't believe it. We went into a club, got in there. When I walked in this place, it was like a ghost town in there. There was 2 people in there, some geezer banging away with some shabby house music, and there was 2 people in there, and I was thinking, what's going on in here then? So anyway, as per usual, I got up on the decks. Me and Grooverider doing a little back-to-back thing. So we got on there, and the whole place got so lively, it got tidy in there. It took about 40 minutes, the whole place filled up, everyone was having it. A lot of people don't hear a lot of drum and bass out in Ibiza, so they came down especially. Some people flew out there. That is how tight it was. So anyway, the way me and Groove do it, when we do a back-to-back, sometimes I do an hour and Groove does 2 hours, then I'll do the last hour or something like that. We just run it freestyle the way we do it. So anyway, I played an hour and then Groove played 2 hours. And so I was just about to go on. It was 4 o'clock, I was just about to go on, and the guy's come over and he's gone, no more drum and bass. So I went, what? Who are you? And he was actually the guy that runs that section. And basically, we got the place jumping. The party was jumping. And he dismissed us. Said that we was booked from 1 till 4, and we wasn't. We was booked from 1 to 5. It was on our itinerary and everything. But he was going to get ironed out if we was going to have an argument. So I just thought, be professional, because it would have been Radio 1 DJs in attempted murder on club owner in Ibiza, and it wouldn't have looked pretty. So it got really shabby, and I just thought, that is so shabby. You know, we've got this place jumping. Why do you not do this to drum and bass all the time? It's like, you know, I'm starting to think there's a conspiracy. I really am. But for everyone who went to Ibiza, some guy, Alex and his friends, who took about 100 pictures of me and Grooverider all night, it was really sweet, and it was good to see everyone in there. Because it's just house, 24/7, so a lot of people were just really feeling the drum and bass, and maybe the next time, a lot of people were really disappointed, so I thought I'd explain myself to all the people that came down. As I said before, we've got the mighty Rupert Photek. He's up in the place. He's going to be here in about 45 minutes. I can't wait. I've got loads of questions to ask him. So it's going to be really cool. We're going to be kicking back and really chatting, you know, like the Bukem interview. It's going to be a bit like that. It's going to be neat and tight. We've got some of your emails to read out. We've also got competition winners. We've got 6 of the best. We've also got the Mighty 5 Rollers. That's all going to be happening within the next 20 minutes. This is how we do it. It's Radio 1. It's Fabio. Friday night, Saturday morning. Time for me to cut the chat. of John B. Track entitled So Real. Track's kind of tearing it down that Swerve. Really is. Good to see Dynamite and Ronnie Size and all the guys up in the place last week. They came down, paid a little visit and loved it. Dynamite was looking for the mic and I kind of said, you know, Dynamite, it's not really that kind of thing. But he kind of took everything over because when the clubs were meant to be finished, he kind of begged the bouncer for a couple more, so we kind of went into overdrive. So we didn't get out there till very, very late in the morning. Right, 6 of the best. Get yourself prepared. Because we're going in fast and hard. Oh dear, carry on Fabio. Right, Pure Science, Atomics, Hart Street, Maidstone, Kent. We've got Marky Randall, Mampy Swift, Marley Marl. Also DJ Kane with Moose and Navigator. We've got Movement at Bar Rumba, and you know where that's at. We've got on the 17th, you've got DJ Rap with DJ Marky and DJ Active. Big shout going out to DJ Marky, the rest of the Brazilian crew. Roller Coaster at the Waterfront in King Street, Norwich with myself, Pesce, Sherry Khan, Flytronics, DJ Louise, Vodka and Dr. Tonic. We've got Meltdown at the Beach in Kings Road, Arches in Brighton. On the 18th, we've got Jumpy Jack Frost, Ray Keith, DJ Marky Friction, Skibbity and MC Darrison on the mic. Also, Coco Shabine at the Opera House, Christchurch Road in Bournemouth. You've got Darren J down there on the 18th. And Deep South at Home, which is, I heard, picking up immensely. On the 18th, you've got G Squad, DJ Rap, Kenny Ken, also MC Fearless. That's 6 of the best this week. That will be Pure Science, Movement, Roller Coaster, Meltdown, Coco Shabine and Deep South. Also, competition winners for the Earth competition that I'd done 3 weeks ago. The winners will be, or was, Janice Kyriadis in Leeds, Thomas Chappell in Tring, Amy Shah in Plymouth, Tony Nicholson in Aberdeen and Dale Bradbury in Hereford. And Full Cycle, the competition, Jakes Denoir in London and Martin Hill in Norwich. They are our competition winners. Here's a track entitled Supergrass. Tidy. It's Fabio, it's Radio 1. Remember, we got Rupert Photek in around 20 minutes' time. Let's get down. We've also got to talk about the football after this. Supergrass, bad tune, creative source, that's all I'm saying. Well, it isn't creative source, I'm not sure. I've got to phone up the man to say, you know what? I think I'm having that. Right, the football season's coming up. I've been very quiet about the football. The ladies have been getting bored. And the season's kind of over, and I thought it's fair if the season's over, let's not talk football. Plus, Tottenham aren't really, we're not getting excited, are we? We're not feeling that kind of rush of excitement about Tottenham at all. And I spoke to Nookie and Blame, fellow Spurs supporters. They all feel the same. We've got Rebrov, but Ginola's gone, which is an arse-ache, really, because how much I thought his kind of hairstyle was pretty naff. I thought his hair was a little bit too stiff. Stiff hair is a real turn-off, really, isn't it, really? I don't know, ladies might feel that, but I thought his hair was a little bit too stiff. Too lacquered, that's the word. I think it's that L'Oreal thing going on, do you know what I mean? It was stiffening his hair up a little bit too much. But, he's gone to Villa. Probably the most boring side in the world, but, I think that's why he's there, to kind of like lift the kind of state of play. But we've gone boring now, and, but I'm pretty glad Arsenal, you know what, Petit's gone, Overmar's gone. The worst thing that could ever happen. The worst thing that could ever happen, let me tell you. But anyway, the season kicks off with the Charity Shield on Sunday, Man U versus Chelsea. And it's a pointless game. Who cares who wins, really? It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't... If Chelsea wins, it doesn't mean they're going to win the league. Because they're never going to win the league, are they? Right, I don't know. Might do the top 5 rollers after this. Might do the top 5 rollers. Remember, Rupert Photek's coming into place, so I think the man is in the building somewhere. I think Rupert Photek... Has he entered the building? Yeah, I think he's entered the building, so... Forget Elvis. Forget him. We've got Photek. But, yeah. Big tune. Danny C, Mike Pears, I got what you need. Hello? Right, tonight we have a pair of tickets to give away to the first ever International Drum and Bass Convention, which takes place in Normandy, France on the weekend of September the 9th to the 10th. Your chance to hang out and party with DJs from 17 countries in Europe. You'll be able to enter this competition by post or via the website, which you can access now for full details at www.bbc.co.uk Radio 1. We'll run the giveaway later.
World exclusive Fabio Radio.
Don't want you to go now.
87 to 99 FM, Radio 1.
Do you know what I said? Rupert is in the building. He is. Let's forget about Elvis for a little while. We've got Photek in the house. Right, he's going to come in, he's just getting himself settled down. Just getting himself settled. And we're going to do this in around 10 to 15 minutes time. So, exclusive interview with the mighty Photek. That's coming up in around 10 to 15 minutes.
The mighty Five Rollers.
Right, we're just going to do the Mighty 5 rollers. We have got one new entry, 2 non-movers, one going up, one going down, thanks to Black Market and Replay. Number 5, we've got Kosheen, Catch, the follow-up to Hide You on Moksha Records. Big shout going out to all the guys down there in Bristol. The Mighty 5 rollers.
Non-mover.
Number 4, we have Distorted Minds, Snuff Baby. Formation, big shout going out to SS. Also shout going out to Tanya. Also his little boy, saw the picture, tidy. Non-mover at number 4, Distorted Minds.
Tunes going down.
Number 3 going down, Red One, a track entitled Hotwire and Ratio Records. I think that's an offshoot of Ram, so big shout going out to all the guys that represents Andy C, Shimon and the rest of the guys.
Going up. Number 2.
Number 2 going up, been in the charts a little while. Full cycle through the Eyes EP, various artists. That includes Crust, Ronnie, Di, Sav, the whole crew. So number 5, we've got Kosheen and Catch on Moksha. Number 4, we've got Distorted Mind, Snuff Baby on Formation. Number 3, we've got Red One, Hotwire and Ratio. Number 2, various artists. Through the Eyes album on Full Cycle. So this week at number 1,
the Mighty 5 rollers. Non-moving.
we've got title Total Science.
Number 1.
As was last week, as is now. The Advance album on CIA, that's at number 1. Many thanks to Black Market and Replay. The Mighty 5 rollers for this week. Next instalment, the week after next. Remember, Fabric Live next week, myself and Grooverider. That's going to be hot.
The Mighty 5 rollers.
Right, tonight we've got tickets to give away to the first ever international drum and bass convention, which takes place in beautiful part of France, Normandy, on the weekend of the 9th of September. It's going to be your chance to hang out and party with some of the top DJs from 17 countries in Europe. So it's a pretty comprehensive convention, and it's a really good idea. It's been put together by the Flame Crew and EG. We're offering one lucky listener a pair of tickets, including coach and ferry crossing to France, which is great. So this is, you know, a pretty special competition, and the convention takes place on a 40-acre private site, and the music will not stop for 24 hours, so it's like going through all day and night. And some of the DJs you can hang with: Conflict, Total Science, DJ TB. There's also DJs from all across Europe, including Ireland, Germany, Italy, Estonia, France, the UK, and more, as well as DJs from the world of reggae, hip-hop and garage. And to enter, all you have to do is tell us. This is really, really easy, and if you listen to Radio 1 and listen to shows, you should know this. It's pretty easy. Which country does DJ TB come from? Is it France, is it Norway, or is it Holland? One more time, which country does DJ TB come from? Is it France, is it Norway, or is it Holland? And the answers to reach us by next week, along with your name, address, telephone number, to Fabio, D&B Convention Competition, Radio 1 London W1N 4DJ. You can also enter the competition on our website, which is www.bbc.co.uk Radio 1. So I'll run down one more time the address. It's Fabio, the D&B Convention Competition, Radio 1 London W1N 4DJ. You can also enter via our website, which is www.bbc.co.uk Radio 1. And lastly, if you want to get more info on the whole convention, give us a call on 07974, that's 07974 095233. One more time, 07974 095233. Going back to the old school. Lemon D, the return. He's got some hot new tracks in the bag. Hope to have Lemon D here very soon. But we talk about drum and bass, and we talk about, as I said, we had LTJ Bukem, we had the Reinforced crew. And someone who I've known for a long time, been in this business for a very long time. And he's kind of like the ghost of the whole scene. No one doesn't really see him. When you ring him, it's an answering machine all the time, a bit like me. But without doubt, I think he's the brightest star. He's the brightest talent on the whole of the drum and bass scene. And as I said, I've known him from his stuff, early stuff that he done with Studio Pressure. It's the mighty. It's a total pleasure, it's a total shock as well. From my producer, he tried to pull a fast one on me. Said, yeah, we've got someone coming in tomorrow. And I just thought, right, yeah. And he said, Rupert Photek. I went, what? So anyway, he's here, he's going to say hello. We're not going to do it yet. We're going to do it maybe after this tune, but hello, Rupert.
How you doing, mate? Good to be here.
Yeah, absolutely excellent. Absolutely excellent to see ya. The album is excellent.
Thank you very much.
And I remember seeing you, I saw this man about 3-4 months ago, and he'd done a few tracks, and he's finished the whole album, and we've got some absolutely amazing tracks coming up from Rupert. So we're going to do this in about 5 to 10 minutes time. First, we're going to play a track. Tell us a little bit about this track coming up. It's one of yours, coming out of your label. Is it called The End?
Oh, this one. This one doesn't have a title at the moment.
Oh, it's untitled.
This is a little prototype thing, and I've used some vocals off my album.
Oh, right.
And they may get chopped around and something else ends up on there, but have a listen and see what you think.
And what's the name of your label again?
Photek Productions.
Photek Productions, you know that. Right, so this is forthcoming when...
You probably have this before the end of the year.
Yeah. Well, I hope to have this.
You'll have it well before then.
Oh, right. That's kind of what I was saying. Wicked. So, Untitled. So this is world exclusive business. Photek. Coming out of Photek Productions. We're going to do the interview with the mighty Photek straight after this. It's Radio 1. It's Fabio. Right, if you just joined us, I've got a very special guest. And it's very rare to find a true musical talent. I think there's a lot of talent around in dance music nowadays, and there's a lot of people that are kind of make a few good tunes and they kind of fade away into obscurity. And then there's the artists that you know are going to be around for a long time, ever changing, ever moving their style onwards. And we got one such man here tonight, and that's me. You know, I always like to start with a joke. We have got one such man here tonight, and that's Photek. It's really good. And that for you, didn't it? That's really, really good to have you here, Photek. Right, so that track is untitled.
Untitled at the moment, yeah.
But I love that little Robert Owens kind of vocal thing going there.
To me, that's an old 89, 90 sound for me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's got that flavour in it.
He's got that little something, and I know you've done some collaborations with Robert, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But let's go a little bit further back. I'm going to ask you where you was born.
I was born in Welling, in Hertfordshire, in 1972.
Really?
Yeah, that's where it all began.
And did you move? Because when I first met you, you lived in. I
was up on the East Coast near Ipswich.
Okay.
When we first started talking on the phone,
yeah.
And when was that? 91?
That was 91?
Something like that. Maybe even 19. No, it's 91. I think.
It was about 91.
Yeah.
And how did you get into the whole music process? And was it something ingrained in you was it something you wanted to do when you was younger?
Well, I think I had an ear on music since the first sort of early hip hop and electro stuff I heard. And I was listening from that point in time to how music was put together. So that's when I first started listening out to how drum patterns were made and that kind of thing. And it wasn't until kind of 1990 that I ever really thought about making music. And it was basically I moved up to Suffolk, and there wasn't much to do up there apart from to make music. So I went out and I got myself a sampler and a sequencer, and I didn't know anybody around in the area at all, and I just locked myself away and started reading the manuals and just making music. And all the influences were what I'd heard in the few years before in London, going out clubbing and the whole rave scene. And
was you a part of that rave scene? Did you go to a lot of the early...
I was one of the nutters in the crowd. I was one of those nutters.
Yeah, because the first time I saw you, I said, you're one of them nutters, ain't you? But you was involved in the kind of like going out early and hearing tunes like Tears and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I probably heard tracks like that on the radio, because that's I think the first rave I ever went to was Telepathy, Marshgate Lane, in about 1988. I think it was the cold winter of 88, and that was my first ever warehouse party I went to. So
how did you get there? Because it's really strange, because people have always got kind of... How did you hear about it? Did you hear about it and thought, I'm going to go and check this out, or...
It was the whole radio thing. It was the pirate radio thing. That's where I got to know about this kind of music. I mean, before that, I was strictly hip-hop, only listening. I was like 14 years old at school, and I was only hip-hop and graffiti and that whole thing. And, all the first acid tunes were around. And I knew people who were going to these things and coming back looking the right state. And I just thought, no, that's not for me, you know. And then I started tuning into the radio, and I was hearing these amazing bits of music. And I was denying that it was any good probably for the first 6 months, because I was only listening to my thing. And suddenly I thought, my God, I've got to get involved in this, you know. There's something happening here. And, it was the whole energy of that time. And I wish I kicked myself. Why didn't I go to this rave at the beginning of the year? You know.
Yeah, I know, it's really strange, but at the time you don't know, and then you go.
You don't know what you're missing.
You don't know what you're missing, and then you go and you think, God, blimey, that's amazing.
It blew my head off. And you know what? Who was playing there? And the first party I went to was you and Frost.
You joke?
It was you and Frost.
I'm not that old. I weren't lying. I started DJing in '94. Really, it was me and Frost.
It was you and Frost, and I remember, because it was a warehouse with no lights. One green laser lighting up the whole place, and I was stumbling around in complete darkness with puddles on the floor. Oh, no. Didn't know what the hell was going on, and it blew my head off, you know.
So you went away. And you kind of thought to yourself, right, I want to get involved in this.
Yeah.
And was there like-minded people in your area at all?
Well, for the first year, I didn't know anyone. I was just in there doing my thing, and the first people I met up with was Rob Solomon, who you know well, and a guy called Dave Harkett, and he's the guy who taught me how to use Cubase.
Oh, really?
This guy, Dave Harkett, I have a big tribute to him. He's the guy who taught me how to use the equipment, and he's also the guy who told me about real techno. We'd go around there and we'd be doing some music, and he was teaching me how to work the equipment, and he'd drag out these old techno records and things like, just like Black Dog.
Yeah, right.
And all the Detroit stuff. He'd play me a Derek May record, and I was like, I've heard that before a few years ago, and now I know who it is. And then he'd play me the rest of the CD, the rest of that 12.
Wow.
And I was learning some serious things about music from this guy. And then I hooked up with Rob Solomon and Paul Arnold and the Certificate 18 label boss.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Yeah, that's who I was making my first moves with, really.
It's amazing that Paul's still going. He's still kind of like, has been involved all the way through.
He's hardcore.
He's hardcore, because he's never really got the kind of the props, really, but he's still kind of plugs away and does his thing, which is great. Did you know Digital at all?
I didn't know him for a few years after that. I mean, I was mainly knocking around with Paul, and because we were he was working at a record shop, and I was passing through in a record shop. And then at the time there were like 3 record shops all in war with each other, and my ones were the boys at Essential Selection, and that was Rob Solomon and some other partners that he had there, and that's who I was going into the studio for the first time with. He had a little studio set up at his house, and Paul was from the other shop across the road, so he was the enemy to begin with. It's like a little competition going on there. And then, years go by, and then you get to know each other, and then next thing I was putting out a tune on his label, And
what was the first tune? What was the first tune that you done?
The first solo thing I ever did was Jump, Studio Pressure. Studio Pressure was the alias. It was the one with the black label, and we just did 500 copies, and that was it, And
you done it, I remember there was a remix of that was wicked.
Yeah, with the green label, yeah.
Wicked.
I still look back on that as one of the best tunes I did.
Yeah, it was, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And I think maybe a year 2001 mix may be kind of appropriate.
Remix of the remix of the remix.
You know how it goes. Good tunes never die, mate. Never die, man. But right, listen, we're going to play something from the album. And this track, I tell you what, it's really weird because you gave this to me ages ago. And I actually went around Pesce's house and he had this on dub. And he played it, and this tune really scared me, It's one of the tunes. It's not dark, but the elements are just like real soundtrack, really visual.
It's heavy, yeah.
It's a heavy tune. What was the idea behind this? Was it just jamming and you just came up with an idea, or did you have a solid idea going into this track?
I think this track came out of, it was a combination of the music from Blade Runner meets Kevin Saunderson meets the Left Field album. Rhythm and Stealth. It was a combination between it, and you know what track I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's a heavy tune.
Yeah,
that is
it was inspired by that, really.
And I think you've got the balance absolutely perfect on this tune. Right, this is Infinity from the album Solaris. We've got Photek here, and this track, I tell you, is so deep. From the forthcoming album Solaris. And when's the album getting released?
18th September.
18th September. Watch out for it. Right, back straight after this. Remember, it's Fabio on Radio 1. Live and direct with Rupert Photek. Check this out. forthcoming album. Solaris. 11 tracks. Killer cuts. That's Infinity. What's happening with Infinity? Is it coming out on 12?
Infinity's going to be on. It's going to be out on the Terminus EP, which is out on the 28th of this month. 28th of this month. Yeah, and that's going to be a limited edition thing. 3 tracks with Terminus, Infinity, and what is the other track? DNA is the other track. Yeah,
that's a wicked track as well.
Yeah,
a wicked track. So yeah, the idea behind this tune was kind of like, you know, the whole Blade Runner sci-fi kind of vibe.
Yeah, it's just that kind of call it a mix between Vangelis and Left Field and Reece Saunderson, you know.
Right, now the reason why there's kind of a link to this, 'cause I want to know about your musical influences.
Yeah.
What especially back in the day, like, you know, when you was first starting out. I mean, you said hip hop. What kind of artists were you talking about? Eric B. Rakim or?
Yeah, and with the Boogie Down Productions thing, that was like my world at the time. You know, in 1986 when Criminal Minded came out, that was all that mattered to me. Was that record? You know.
I know. I remember Scott. That's Scott LaRock and KRS-One.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That Boogie Down Productions. They were fat, man. They were fat back in the day. I'm telling you. Yeah. So it was that kind of the hip hop vibe. That.
Yeah, it was all hip hop, and then I think I got into the jazz thing from hip hop.
Right.
You know, just hearing where the samples came from. And just, you know, that's kind of at the root of hip hop, somewhere in the distant past.
Yeah.
And, you know, as my mind opened up a little bit, I was listening to different things and discovering things like John Coltrane and Courtney Pine, people like that, you know. Courtney Pine and John Coltrane inspired me to play the saxophone.
Really?
And then after a year or two of that, then I traded that saxophone in for some studio equipment eventually when I started making my own music.
So was it a conscious decision when you were starting making music? Did you make music to make music, or did you say, I'm going to go, this is me, this is what I'm going to start doing, and because the reason why I say that is because on all your albums, and everything you do, your stuff kind of transcends drum and bass a bit. I can hear your whole history. I can hear techno in a lot of the tunes.
Yeah.
I can hear hip hop, and you know, even the first time I've heard I don't know if it's 10 Ichirui.
Need 10, yeah.
That tune, I just couldn't. I was trying to describe that tune to people, and I couldn't describe it because it even now I wouldn't say that was a drum and bass track.
What is that? You know, that's just a drums workout or something.
For real,
you know, that's verging on not being music. That
no,
tune,
no, exactly. But it's got enough there to make you think, wow.
Yeah.
Now you're known as like the scientist. Of breaks. I mean, everyone says, you know, like from like every kind of artist always says, how does he do it? This guy's a total genius. And have you always had a special kind of formula to what you're doing, or?
Well, I think I just focus completely on what's going on. You know, it's just a question of time and just a little bit of technical know-how. I mean, I can explain exactly how to do the beats the way I do them, and all it needs is a little bit of an ear and a bit of taste and the time and the focus to be able to do that. I mean, I think music's more about just the soul of the music, you know. But I always used to start by making beats, and I wasn't satisfied until I had extraordinary beats there, you know.
But I know, and what I tend to pick up nowadays is that people do the breaks, but I don't know. As you said, they don't give the breaks enough air and.
Yeah, I mean the drums have got to be music on their own. That's the way I used to look at it anyway. You know, if I'm making a break, I won't rest until that break. I want to listen to that for 3 minutes by itself. You know, but you know, if you're in the studio and you're looking for break beats and you find the perfect loop and you listen to that, and you can sit there in the chair with headphones and listening to that break just by itself before you even start making a track. And it was my mission to create drum beats that were like that, you know. So rather than sampling them from James Brown or whatever, you just make it yourself, and you need the perfect beat before you start, because that's the basis of the music.
And does it take you a long time to really kind of get it the way you want it? Because to a point, you know.
Well, I used to spend like a week doing a beat when I first started this technique, and then I got it down to a fine art. After about 6 months of slaving away, I could do one in an afternoon or something, you know, and then sometimes I can get one down in a couple of hours.
Wow.
But it gets to you after a while, you know.
Does it get easier now? Do you find it a lot easier to do it?
It's easier to do it. It's easier to get as good results as what took me a lot longer time before. But I think I'm looking at the whole balance of the track more than just the beats. You know, I used to just only think about beats to begin with, and now as long as the beat is satisfactory, you know, then I'll build the stuff around it and improve it later. Yeah. But it was an obsession to get the break just right, you know.
Wow.
I think it's just a good grounding. Just it gives you practice in production.
Definitely. I think that's what you said. You know, a lot of tunes, and I was speaking to someone about this the other day. They sound unfinished. It sounds like the artist gone in there with a certain idea, and then they haven't expanded on it, and it just the tracks don't sound finished. And I think a lot of drum and bass tracks are like that. I think they sound really good up to a point, and then they get a little bit predictable. And I think you tend to kind of like play around with tracks a lot more than a lot of artists, and I think that's about taking time.
Yeah, I think so. And I think a lot of it is maybe people just put out records before they're ready. I mean, I made probably 100 tracks before I ever released the record. You know, and they were all different styles. They were like hip-hop instrumentals and little house things and little garage things, you know, back in 91 or whenever, you know, this kind of garage sound. And it's just luck that I ended up making this music. I think it was just the break beats that were more challenging to produce that kind of music, and the whole hip-hop background that I'd come from. I think that's what brought me into this music. Yeah,
because that's what I was thinking. I mean, the whole breaks thing, it could have gone either way, really, couldn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you could have made kind of like even big beats, dare I say it.
Yeah, it's all beats, isn't it? Yeah,
it's all about beats.
Yeah.
But anyway, listen, we're going to have another lesson. I'm going to take control now, because we're going to listen to this Robert Owens thing. And how much Robert Owens tracks are there on? How much tracks did you collaborate with him on the album?
There's 2 tracks on the album.
Right, and we're going to play Can't Come Down.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was the last time I spoke to you, actually. You just finished this.
I played it to you down the phone, didn't I?
I tell you what, it killed me. It absolutely killed me. And this is another tune. I don't know really what to say about what this is. It's not house, it's not...
No, what is it? It's 140 BPM, so it puts it somewhere between garage and drum and bass, but it's definitely not garage, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, just it's not that. You hear it and it doesn't fit in there. It's just a bit of house music spirit, you know?
Yeah, that's right. And I think, you know, even in the old days, I mean... I heard Tears again the other day, and it's just not a normal house tune, is it? It's one of them tunes. It's really funny because you listen to it and you never hear the 4 to the floor behind it because there's so much music, and the tune just takes over, and it actually sounds like kind of soul speed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's such a beautiful track, and this is another one of them kind of tracks. It's kind of hard to define, and that's what the whole Photek sound's all about. So right, we're going to play from the album Solaris, Robert Owens versus Photek, Can't Come Down.
2 to 4 a.m. in session. Fabio for Radio 1.
heart, soul, and mind, just the two of us. Remember the times we shared, heart, soul, and mind, just the two of us. Well, can't come down. Oh, y'all, can't come down. Can't do it, can't come down. Can't do it, can't come down. Ever since your love has brought me around. Can't do it, can't come down. Oh, you know what I gotta do right now? Clear my mind. Got away in the water. Oh, y'all. Oh, no. I can't come down. Come down. Can't come down. Your love brought me around. I can't come down. It's like a ride, I'm on a high, and I don't ever wanna touch goodbye. A blue lit sky, a calm sea. What more could a man ever need? Remember the times we shared, heart, soul, and mind, just the two of us. I can't come down. On a high, I'm on a ride for the rest of my life. Can't do it, can't come down. Can't do it, can't come down. Can't do it, can't come down. Ever since your love has brought me around.
Wicked. Absolutely wicked. Can't come down. Photek and Robert Owens. From the album Solaris. A track very reminiscent of the Larry Heard Fingers Inc. days. Was you trying to get that kind of feeling?
Well, when you hear Robert's vocal with that bass sound, you know, that's that whole period, isn't it?
Definitely,
to me.
Definitely.
That's like, it's classic.
So when you got this kind of idea to work with Robert Owens?
Well, that idea has been in my mind for about 10 years, you know? Ever since I first heard his voice, I thought, if I ever make music one day of this style, then I want that guy singing on it. And it took me till the year 2000 to get around to asking him.
So how did it come about? Was it a thing where you just had to go through like certain things, and then it happened, and
well, I thought I was going to end up having to go out to Chicago and beg him to do something, you know. and it turns out that I knew his manager already, but I didn't know, and through Virgin, and he's been in London for the last 10 years. And I just found that my manager sort of hooked it up, and I went round to his house, and we just ended up talking all night about music. And he's like one of the nicest guys I've ever met, you know, and a pleasure to work with.
Excellent. So was it easy doing that track?
It was easy, you know. I mean, I went, you know, you can imagine I met Robert Owens, and I'm like, he asked me, "What do you want me to do?" And like, would I dare to start giving him orders about what we need to make a song that goes like this? And I gave him a picture of what the album artwork was going to look like. I said, just do your thing, you know. I'll build the track around your voice.
Well, I think that track. I think that track is so good, because I've heard a few things that Robert Owens has done over the last few years, and that's about the strongest thing that I've heard his voice on for a long time, and that's total honesty there. So is there going to be more collaborations with him in the future?
Yeah, we've talked about it, and we're going to do some stuff together.
Wicked.
Some more stuff, yeah.
What, maybe a little mini album or something like that?
I'd love to do something like that with him. I mean, I can't say too much until we've all finalised our things, but we want to do something together, yeah.
I tell you what's great about this album as well. Let's go back to the album. I tell you what's really good about it. There's not loads of guest artists on there. Because what I tend to find, when you find an album with too much guest artists, it seems like the project was in trouble, and they no, it's true though.
I know what you mean.
And they've brought loads of people in to try and kind of and it's not like that on this album. There's no, you know, Robert Owens, and you know, that's a proper roots man that's on this album.
Yeah.
Was you happy? Are you happy with the kind of finished product?
Oh yeah, completely. When I first got into the studio with him, I thought, if I get out of this studio with one line like "I'll be your friend," then I'll be over the moon. You know, success. And I came out of the studio with like hours of material that all sounded, exactly what I like about Robert Owens' voice. I had loads of it, you know, and the songs that he wrote are fantastic. And we did, you know, we did a couple of sessions, and he's so easy to work with, you know. He's open to anything, and his voice has got such an incredible range. It was just pinpointing what it is that I really love about his voice, and he would just bring that out, and there it was. I couldn't be happier with the way he sung it, you know. And
then you happy with the album overall as well?
Yeah, really very happy. I mean, when I finished Modus, that album was hard work. Making that record was very hard work.
How much tracks was on Modus?
Is it 12 tracks? I think was on that record. But it was just the programming and the whole vibe of that record was hard work. You know, that wasn't an easy record to listen to. That was like intense. That was like almost like a demonstration of what I can do. And this record is more like what I wanted to hear right now in beginning of summer 2000 and finishing off the last tracks. This is what I want to hear. This is the music I want to hear now.
It sounds like to me, you know, the first album was, I don't know, it was a difficult time for drum and bass as well. It was just going through that transition where a lot of the gloss was wearing off, and a lot of the press had started to kind of start this kind of real kind of backlash. Yeah. And I listened to the album about 2 months, and the album kind of got lost because I think it came at a really, really awkward time. And it's very futuristic, the album. Yeah. And a lot of the stuff that was around at that time was quite mundane and really not that challenging. And I think the album was so challenging. And I think it was a difficult time for everyone. This album sounds so much more relaxed.
Well, that Modus was like militant music almost. You know, not like rebel music. It was militant, uncompromising music on there. That was pure focus, not listening, not anything else but what the project I was working on, you know. And this album is just it's got a broader personality, this record. It's more mature, and it's got a wider view of, it's a more international sound or something, you know.
Well, I think that's just you just growing as an artist.
Yeah.
Because I think, you know, I tell you what, I find with a lot of people that do albums, the first album, usually if it's a killer, the second album's a bit of it bums out a little bit, because I think the first album is so intense, and a lot of people put so much into that first album.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the second album comes along and they can't relax and they want to emulate the first album. And this album, if you used to listen to this and your first album, not saying it'd be hard to believe it was the same artist, but they are two totally different albums.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think Time is great, because I think when you look back and you see that you've done two completely different albums, that is a major achievement.
Yeah, and I actually, when I finished this album, I thought they were completely different. But when I compared them, you can hear there's a little thread running through that album. Somewhere in there's a thread there. But I mean, a lot of time passed between these two albums, and I'd actually virtually finished an album in between and decided to scrap the whole project because it sounded too much like the first album. So that's part of my excuse for why it's taken me so long to deliver this one, you know. But I was had 10 tracks done at the end of where are we now? At the end of '98, I had 10 tracks done, ready for another album. Played it all to a few people, and people were like, "Yeah, that's good." And then I thought, "Hang on a minute, this is like Modus Part 2, and I don't want to do that." You know?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think that would have been a really bad move if you tried to do that. I think as an artist, this album's so mature and it's so different from the first one on certain levels that I think it just sounds like you've moved on, and which is great. Which is really, really good. And I think, you know, you want to be taken as a real serious artist. I think that's what you've got to do. And I think there's been a lot of drum and bass albums that have come out and they've sounded like the first album, or it just hasn't clicked. And this album really, really clicks. Right, because time is I told you, time's going so quick. I can't actually believe it. Stop the clock, Wilbs. Can you do that? Stop the world, I'm getting off. But, yeah, right, we're going to play something else from the album. We're going to play Junk. Are we going to play Junk?
Yeah.
We're going to play. What was the idea behind this track?
Well, this is me working on my beats and throwing in some drum and bass noises and a bit of old acid sound into a breakbeat kind of thing. I wanted something tough on the album as well.
And I'll tell you what, let's just pause for a minute, because I remember I know the Left Field album was a major influence on you.
Well, it was just an impressive record in a time where there was not much that was impressing me. You know, I mean, I've got much bigger influences in music, but this was just a strong album. You know, the Left Field album was solid. It was a faultless record for what it was, you know.
And I think their album's very similar, because their second album was totally different from the first. Yeah. But it stood up on its own, which I think that kind of implies that you've got a serious artist. Yeah. Really kind of like doing their thing. All right, this is Junk from the album Solaris, coming out next month. So catch it, check this. There's a track entitled Junk. a track entitled Junk. From the killer new album, Solaris. Any other projects you're working on at the moment, Roots?
Well, the first track you played is something that's coming out on the label.
Right, yeah.
My main project is to get that Photek Productions label as prolific as it was when it first began, you know? Since I've been working on my album projects, that's kind of taken a bit of a back seat. But I want to get that thing back to full strength again. I mean, there's no point complaining about the state of drum and bass as it is now unless you're going to do something about it, so that's what I'm going to do.
That's it. I was speaking to Lemon the other day as well, and he was saying the same thing. I think a lot of the boys are coming out fighting now, and I know Lemon's setting up a few little things. And
I was talking to Dillinger the other day, and he's thinking exactly the same way. Yeah. So we're going to hook something up there as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's great because we're all survivors. We're all survivors, and we've...
Well, this music's not going anywhere, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I think what's happened is I don't know, I think the garage thing's knocked a lot of people out of sync. I think it just knocks a lot of people out of sync. I think the thing with garage, I think when garage kind of first hit, a lot of people thought it weren't going to be around for that long, and it's been around a long time now. And, you know, it's kind of come in and gone out, and it's got so big at the moment that... And this is no way is this a diss, but then I just think a lot of people forget that there's other kind of forms of music out there, because in the magazines I haven't read anything else. I don't know what's going on anymore, because it's Craig David. He's what's happening, and there's nothing else going on. And I think on one level, a lot of real music is suffering, because I actually do think there's a lot of really good music about at the moment.
There is, but I think there's a bit of a backlash going on recently, just with people kind of, they like mainstream stuff, and I kind of think that it's not trendy to like anything a little bit special. I think that's a general thing in England. That's the style at the moment, is to be kind of mainstream. It's just almost like a fashion.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? It's like a general atmosphere of not being too sort of particular about anything, and just wanting to have a laugh and wanting something mainstream. I think it's almost a fashion, you know? I
know what you mean, because I mean, even when drum and bass started to kind of go through a kind of rough patch, and you got this impression that you remember everyone was saying, that it's gone up its own arse, everyone's gone noodly, and
there's a backlash against that. Yeah.
And I just think real music, I know what you're saying, for the first time in a long time, being mainstream has become hip.
Yeah. And in a sick twist of fate,
it's really, really great. Where before, the underground, everyone was kind of like, the underground, oh yeah, we're part of the underground's happening, and it's like now, it's like, if you're into the underground,
it's like, boring.
A kind of goatee twiddling weirdo, kind of, you know, and if you're out there in the kind of, in the kind of local disco, bopping along to certain kind of tunes, you're with it. You know, and it's really funny, because yesterday I was reading all the accessories to have with garage, and I mean, come on, please, you know, like a bottle of champagne, a BMW, come on, that's a bit shabby, but you know, the whole thing. I mean, you know, the respect to all the guys, because a lot of the guys are guys that have come from the drum and bass scene.
Well, the way I see it, they were. It was the same music in about 1989, and I mean, it's not like garage is anything new, just like drum and bass is nothing new these times. I mean, when I first started making drum and bass, it was the most unfashionable thing going.
You know,
and then it became very trendy all of a sudden for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
And now it's not so fashionable anymore.
Yeah.
But the people still make it, and it will swing around again, and it's just like garage. I mean, I was almost making garage instead of breakbeat stuff around 1992. You know, when it got too horror film style, like Psychopath, Dark Noise. I was like, I prefer this little Todd Edwards vibe, you know. And it was such a similar form of music, and now it's having its time, and
it's funny,
it'll swing around again, you know.
I've got some hardcore tunes, you know, from back in the day. That sound, you can play them now. Everyone think it was a new garage tune.
It's like the stuff that I started doing with Rob Solomon, you know. That could have been that could have fit the bill now.
Yeah.
That music.
I know what you're saying. Just like a little changing certain beats, and it would have been the same thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about the future. What plans have you got for the future? And any plans to do any soundtracks or anything like that?
Well, I'm open to any soundtracks. You know, that's what I see myself in later years doing soundtracks only. You know, I'm not going to be on the cutting edge for the whole of my life. You know, I'd like to get into something a bit broader, maybe in the future. So soundtracks is something I'd like to be doing long term. You know, but yeah, I want to work on more stuff with Robert Owens, of course. I want to get straight back into my next album, because I don't want there to be another 2-3 year gap between this album and the next one.
Is it that long? Is it that long since the last album?
Well, what is it? I mean, I signed to Virgin in 1995, and I had an album ready to go by the end of 96, which was then out in 97, and we're in the year 2000 now, so...
That's deep, man. Do you know something, though?
Don't ask me where the time went, because I don't know.
But you know what? I know some people that signed their deals before you.
Yeah, I know some people like that, yeah. I know some people who signed before me, and we're still waiting for the first album.
We're still waiting, you know. I know some people who signed before you and done about 3 tracks.
Yeah.
So you've done 2...
And their names are...
Yeah, no, please. Please, I'll get murdered. But, so, yeah, and I know that Miriam, your wife, she's involved in the film business.
Yeah, she's a director, and my first film soundtrack was to her film.
Oh, right.
Under the Palms, which is the last track on the album.
Cool.
Which is also the film where Lost Blue Heaven, one of the tracks on Solaris, that is also from the film.
And that's a brilliant cue, because I'm going to play Lost Blue Heaven now. I think, yeah, Lost Blue Heaven, we're going to play that. We are kind of rapidly running out of time. I'm going to play 2 more tracks before we get off. Lost Blue Heaven, tell us a little bit about this. Was it just a general idea, or...?
It's writing for the film, so it was a track written for a specific part of the film. So it's quite a short track, and that's because that's how long the scene was, you know. And the vocals are by Simone, a singer who I hooked up with through my publisher. Extraordinary voice. And I just wanted to do something for that particular scene, so it's something completely new for me.
Right, this is different. Lost Blue Heaven from the album Solaris, Photek. wicked piece of music. Lost Blue Heaven from the album Solaris by Photek. So listen, Roops, when's this dinner party thing going to run in, Star?
Well, you were supposed to give me a call a couple of weeks, and I'm still waiting for the return phone call. Yeah. I don't know what happened. The table was laid. Please. I know. I just really got the last couple of months has been really crazy, and I know you've been getting down and doing the album, and so like it's now you've got a bit of time. Are you going to go on holiday at all? Well, we were supposed to be on holiday last week, and we were supposed to be in France down on the south coast, and we got halfway down there and got a call that we had to be back in Amsterdam because Miriam had a shoot. So we ended up having 3 days holiday. It was nice though. For a 3-day holiday, it wasn't bad. Driving from chateau to chateau on our way back to Amsterdam.
Wow.
But yeah, one day we'll have a holiday, you know.
And did Miriam do the artwork for this album as well?
She did, yeah. And I mean, she's not a graphic designer; she's a director. But you know, she's got an eye for visual things, and it looks fantastic, you know. And
then she done the stuff for the Lethal.
She did Lethal as well.
Wicked. And that was serious design.
Yeah.
That was wicked, man.
But the Solaris artwork is something else, though. Some very nice photography on there as well.
Wicked. So another thing as well, you're gonna go back in the studio. You're gonna get right back on it.
Well, I'm gonna be all over the place. I should think till the beginning of October. I'll be in the States for the whole of September. And
where are you going to be in the States?
All over. I'm doing a small DJ tour over there for 2-3 weeks.
Oh, wicked!
And then we'll spend probably get a week's holiday in at the end, like on the West Coast.
What spots are you hitting over there?
It's going to be New York, Boston, Dallas, Chicago, I think, to Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles.
And you know what, as well, a lot of people tell me you're a wicked DJ. I've never heard you DJ. But a lot of people tell me, man, I was out in the States, and I can't remember what place you played, and they said, yeah, Photek came down, rocked the house, we'd never heard music like that before.
I have my moments, yeah.
Do you like DJing? Do you actually enjoy it?
You know what, I take the booking and I think that sounds interesting, and then 2 days before I've got to go, I think, why the hell? I'm not a DJ. Why did I do that? And then I get out there and I'm moaning the whole time, and I get on the decks and I love it.
Yeah.
And I always have a great time, and I go back thinking, yeah, I'm going to get loads more bookings now. And then the cycle starts again.
Yeah, the cycle of kind of like, why did I do this? And like, I weren't too bad.
I always enjoy it though, you know.
Yeah, Going to the States is always fun as well.
It is, yeah.
And how much dates are you doing? About?
I think there's 7 or 8 dates all in all.
Right.
There'll be a ton of press and interviews to do in that time.
Right, so finally, what the actual release date is the 18th of September, which it isn't long. It's amazing that when I came around, I heard Infinity, and then you played me the Robert Owens track, and the album's done, and it's about to be released. That whole process is absolutely amazing. And the album's called Solaris, and it's by Photek. Also, watch out for Sushi and Untitled coming out on Photek Productions. There's a lot of things going on with this man. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure, because I know you don't do a lot of press, and that's always a good thing. And it's caught me totally unawares, and you know, there's even the past that maybe you're going to have to come back in one day and we'll play tracks like Water Margin and Fusion and Jump and all the tracks that kind of laid you down as a real special artist. And we didn't even have time to do that. We've rapped for an hour, and it's been absolutely brilliant, Rupert.
I'll come back and I'm going to play you some records that I heard from you on tapes from way back that inspired me. That's what we'll do next time.
We'll do that next time as it goes. And I remember I said I was going to come round and bring some tunes round as well. We're going to get a little old school thing going on around your house. But anyway, listen, with the last track we're going to play, this is from Photek Productions.
Yeah, this is under my name, Special Forces.
Under the name Special Forces, it's a track called Sushi. Rupert, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
It's been brilliant, and the album's amazing. Remember, it's the 18th of September, and that's the actual release date,
That's the release date, yeah.
It's coming out soon, so check it out. The Mighty Rupert Photek. From myself and Rupert Photek, we bid you farewell. Coming up next, some eclectic beats, a little bit of garage, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Remember, it's Radio 1, 97 to 99. Remember, you can email us. You can write us. And do remember, next week we got Fabric Live. We're coming live and direct from Fabric. Myself, Grooverider, alongside Jumping Jack Frost, Goldie and DJ Di. Remember that, that's going to be fat. Sushi, Photek. See you later.
Next week, the Rider.